The claims are endless. So you can see how some people, these claims are a way to save themselves and not have to work again because the work is killing them. Oh, I'm far away here, aren't I? Yeah. Got lots of cups here. Guys, Clinton Jaws. I'm sorry for my appearance. I don't know if you could see it on the video, but I wasn't going to do a video today because, oh my God, man. I was drinking marijuana last night. The marijuana drops. Because I don't sleep. But when I wake up in the morning, I look like I'm getting over like being stoned for the day. It doesn't look good. My eyes are just completely, I don't know, sunken in. I look sick. And I was thinking, is this how I'm going to start this, Clint? I'm tired of rewinding and editing. I'm just not going to, I don't want to do that. But I notice that when I take this stuff, I have no problem falling asleep, but it's staying asleep. Do you guys have a problem staying asleep? I can't stay asleep. The moment I wake up, maybe it's 3:30, maybe I get lucky, it's 4:30. Today was 4:30. Got to get up. And I'm going to bed late. I'm not going to bed early. So that sucks. Sleep sucks. I don't know what the trick is. It's as you get older. I don't remember the last time I slept in. There's no sleeping in. You can't sleep in. And maybe this is part of my video that I'm going to do that's going to get 250 views. But it's something I think I should talk about. I don't know why. Like, who am I? Who am I to talk about this? I got a phone call yesterday. I was talking to an old member. A member who's retired, okay? And this member told me something that I told this person 2 years ago. Okay, before I get into this story, and I don't even know what I'm going to title it, but I got some information I want to pass along. You might be interested in what I have to say towards the end. It might be something that you don't know. You probably know. Maybe you don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know it. Oh, here we go. Right when I was getting going. Oh, he's sick. My kid's calling me. He's sick. He wants to come home. Guaranteed. Hello?
Hello, Dad?
Okay, so you want to walk home?
Okay.
Kid hates school. Do you really blame him, though? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are they doing in school? I can't even wrap my head around school anymore. There's no grades. What's the point of even trying? Everybody passes. I don't even know where I was. Clinton Jaws, guys. How about that? There's a website out there called clintonjaws.com. There's another one called thegoldenbadge.com. You get one of these, okay? You can stop. If you retire, they put this in here, okay? This piece of plastic. They take your badge away, they secure it in here, and it's a real pain in the butt when you have to go to the Fairmont to prove that you're with the federal government, you know what I'm saying? Go there, get one of those, retirement badge. And I was talking about sleep. This member, okay, I had a conversation with him. This member reminded me of what I had said a couple of years back. When this member was still a member, we're having a telephone conversation. And I said to this person, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you working? Something like that. I'm like, you don't have to work. Okay, you don't have to go to work when do you work next? 4 days? No, you're not going to work. This is eating you alive. You can't stop thinking about it. Can you think is this consuming you? Completely consuming you. Are you coping with this? No. How's your spouse doing? Kind of sick and tired of me. I'm like, you're not doing well. And it reminded me like people out there, members out there, they think they're doing well. Oh, there's people worse off than me. No, it's not true. That's not true. If you think that you are maybe slightly going crazy, then you are going crazy. And when I told this member, you don't have to go back to work. You go to the doctor, you say I can't work, and you figure things out. You start figuring things out. Sometimes you have to take a moment, step away, and I could tell that this member wanted to hear that. I think some members want to hear that. They just want somebody to hear it. They want somebody to say it. And it was probably a big relief for this member because this member never worked again and is doing great. Doing great. So I guess maybe you're working right now. Maybe you got to go to work tomorrow. Maybe you're angry with your family. You're angry with your kids. And you're like, why am I so angry? Or why do I hate my spouse, my wife so much? And you're blaming the wife, right? That's what a lot of people like to do. They like to blame the wife. But if you actually take a step back and look at it, you'll realize it's actually you who's going nuts. You're the problem. And the only way of fixing it and your family is by leaving the force behind for a bit. You don't have to retire right away. But you need to take time to rest that mind and rethink if you should go back to work. And I guess this is what the video is about. How do you have to work, right? You need a paycheck, right? There's a way to get a paycheck. There's lots of ways to you retire with pensions with an S. I've seen a lot of cops do it. A lot of cops have done it. But they don't teach you that, right? They don't teach you that in depot. They never taught me that when I was a cop. Oh, a little injury? I could get a pension for life? How many injuries are there? Well, it's endless. I could get endless money for the rest of my life? Yes, you can. And a lot of cops have done it. And it takes the sting away. It allows you freedom to retire, which is what you need. And this isn't a bash against the RCMP. That's not what I'm doing. But if you got 20 years, 15 years, maybe 5 years, I don't know. Maybe you're like, I don't know, but that's enough for me. That's enough for me. And I'm kind of blabbering. I'm all over the place, but I'm going to explain some things to you here. Anyway, this conversation I had with this member reminded me of what I had said, and I thought, man, that's pretty damn good. Because you literally don't have to work right now. You can go home. You can pull up. You can be driving around in your cup car, pull up to the clinic, and say, I'm not going to work. When are you going back? I don't know, doc. Okay, I'll put you down for 30 days. Sounds good. Let's see what happens. And I know a lot of members are like, oh, too many members do that already, Clint. Oh, well, I know it sucks. It sucks because they're not replaced. I get it. But their mental health, unfortunately, is more important. This job can literally kill you. And I'm not talking about out on the streets. I'm talking about inside the office. It can make you go nuts. It can make you go crazy. So this member reminds me that I did a video. Okay? I did a video. Why am I angry? I did a video a long time ago. It has barely any views. I think I made $1 off of it. And I really thought it was kind of a video that would get 20,000 views. Because I explain it. I explain how to get your health files. Maybe I'll put a card up, okay? But it's, RCMP emails. RCMP emails are in your health files. That's even confusing. Maybe I got to change the title. Guys, if you're members, pull your health files. Pull your personnel file. Pull your health files. I did a video on it. Watch the video. I tell you how you get them. It's really easy. You pull these files. You see these emails about you. They're talking about you. They're saying things about you. And you won't believe, for a lot of people, what you'll find in it. And what this person, after This person watched my video. This person found a lot of juicy stuff in there. And a lot of things happened for this person. And maybe they changed the rules somewhat after my video. I don't know. But the video, oh my God, man, the thumbnail. I don't even know. I got to change. No wonder I'm not getting views. I look like a gimp. I got all my thumbnails redone by this person. And like, is that a fishing rod? There's a fishing rod in the thumbnail. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that a reel? Anyways, give it a shot. What do you do? How do I get the ball rolling? How do I get started? You know what the best position is? I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say, if you're at home right now, let's say you're at home, you're not working, you're off. I believe for a lot of you, you're already ahead of the game. That's the hardest part. So you need to enjoy it. How do you do that, right? They're going to leave you alone for a bit. Maybe they're not, right? Maybe they're not at you knocking on the door, When you're coming back to work, we don't care about your injuries. You're going to have to somehow figure that out and try to brush that off. But if you're at home because you got an injury and you're trying to decide if you're going to go back or not, the best position you want to be in is off and working on your Veterans Affairs paperwork. If you're that person right now, you're in a great position. Because that's going to give you so much power. It's going to give you so much relief. There's nothing wrong being in that position at home, working on your Veterans Affairs, and not working. I know, sounds weird, right? And I understand I'm all over the place with this, but I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm getting sick and tired of people talking about the stigma. I don't want people thinking I'm crazy. Why not? Why not? It's not that bad of a thing. It might even be a good thing. It might be beneficial to you to be a little crazy. So maybe some people won't talk to you anymore. Who cares? Do you really want to talk to them? Who cares what people think at work? And so when everybody keeps on talking about there's a stigma surrounding, mental health, stop talking about the stigma. Who cares if there's a stigma? Do we even really care? Maybe there should be a stigma, okay? It protects me from crazy people coming up to me, okay? Don't come up to me, you're crazy. I'm kidding, but who cares if there is a stigma surrounding mental health or however they say it? I think we just got to stop talking about it. I think we're over that part now. And honestly, yeah, I'm a little crazy. But I think to myself, okay, Clint, man, I probably shouldn't say this. Would you change anything, Clint? No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Maybe a couple things. I'm just saying it's not all that bad. And when you finally, one of the hardest days I ever had was retiring. And you don't even have to go off sick. You could just retire, right? You just retire. And then fill out the Veterans Affairs paperwork. But one of the hardest times was when I retired that day and I gave them my stuff and my badge. It was like a big hit to me. But let me tell you, a few days after that, I don't even know if it was a few days, but the weight I got off my shoulders, feels great. Feels great. And I could do whatever I want. I get a speeding ticket without getting a code of conduct, right? I can have a hot tub party and we could take off all our clothes. Who cares if the cops show up? I didn't. So this member's doing pretty damn good after I talked to this person yesterday on the phone. And it kind of made me feel good. And then I got a huge long email. I woke up this morning, right? 4:30. I opened up my email and I got this huge long email from Veterans Affairs, from a person who works at Veterans Affairs. And this person wants me to read it to you guys. And that's what I'm going to do. And it's a message to you guys. There's some good info in there. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to miss some sentences, but there's some good info in there. It's called VAC Applications for Members. RCMP Members gets Veterans Affairs if you have an injury at work. Any injury. This injury up here, big bucks. Maybe the gear, the belt has hurt your hips, hurt your back, Maybe the ringtone of the radio going off all the time has damaged your hearing. This is to remind all RCMP members, either retired or still serving, to apply for claims as soon as possible. If you have a permanent disability diagnosed medical condition that you have had greater than 6 months, call VAC and open a claim. This can be done by calling the 1-800 number or setting up my VAC account online via the website. Go to Google, guys, punch in my VAC account, and create an account. That's how easy it is to get it started. Or just call them. You could call up these people and go, hey, how do I do this? They're going to answer you. I think they even offer you a lawyer. I don't know. You don't even need one. The RCMP falls under the Pension Act. Therefore, you are paid out monthly. So if they approve your claim, you can get a check every month for the rest of your life. Waiting until the end of your career to put in for the conditions that have bothered you for years robs you of pension money that could have started for you and your dependents much sooner, meaning there's members out there that are working and some of them are getting a couple grand a month of tax-free money on top of their paycheck. Maybe some of that pension money would have eased the need to stay the last few years when you could have pulled the pin sooner for retirement. Think about that sentence for a second, right? That's a pretty big sentence. The pension money allowed you to retire when you should have. This person goes on to talk about the document, okay? When you get your VAC account up and going, punch in PEN, P-E-N 923, okay? It's a form. It's a form that you're going to fill out. Eventually, you take this form to your doctor, and he reluctantly fills it out. Sometimes so reluctantly that you have to find another doctor. You fill out your part, that doctor fills out their part. If it's for the mind, obviously you go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Doesn't matter which one it is. And members have told me, if it's that document that doctor fills out should be 20 pages on you. If they're going to fill it out about PTSD, it should be 20 pages, 15, 20 pages. If you're getting a one-pager, get a different doctor. He's doing it wrong. The disability sustained by RCMP members must be service-related. You have to get hurt at work. That's what you want to prove. Before you were a police officer, you were beautiful. You were a stallion. No injuries, no nothing. No PTSD, nothing like that. But then after a certain amount of years being a cop, this is what happened to you. You have to prove that it happened at work. How did you hurt yourself at work? How did your gear hurt you? When you consider the 35 pounds you wear on your back and hips daily that other professions don't, takes a toll after years of service. Sometimes you work through the pain because you are already running short and your days off are less enjoyable because you are sore from your set. Maybe you're exposed to chemicals. Maybe it's the constant squawk of the police radio that has caused damage to your ear. Please start the clock and make an appointment with your physician to get the paperwork done. Medical questionnaire completed. Now with that, let's talk about mental health. I think I said most of it. I don't know if we have to. A certain amount of caution is expected when you are out and about with your spouse at a restaurant as you pick the safest seat available. That you notice other people and details that no one else does as you walk through a mall or down the street. That is just the nature of policing. Pay attention to your body talking to you when the sleep disturbances might lead to short fuses dealing with loved ones at home. You no longer seek out social interactions and other people because you don't want to be around them. You don't even want your kids around, okay? Because you know you're going to yell at them. And you're not sleeping. What's a cure to sleeping? 10 beer. I'm telling you, it's 10 beer. But it has to be in the matter of 2 hours. That will give you a good sleep, but I don't recommend doing that. You dread the days off coming to an end when you have to go back to work. Is that you? Is that you? Or you're like, oh my God. It could start on your first day off. Who cares that I got a day off? I still got to go back to work. Is that you? When you self-medicate to try and calm your vibrating mind and body, reach out to a loved one, physician. Call VAC for assistance. And they're really good, actually. Your brain is like a filing cabinet that sorts your experiences. As the files pile up with time, I just want to say this before I forget. People don't even know they're crazy. You don't even know it. How do you find out? Like this person I was talking to, I could tell was going crazy. And I had to point it out. You're going to have to tell yourself you're crazy. You're going to have to figure out that you actually are crazy. If you're blaming your family, for example, you might be crazy, okay? If you're yelling at your kids, do you think you're justified? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're going crazy. Anger can be a big thing. As the files pile up with no time to sort them away properly and process them, they will jam the drawer and overflow. You can try to slam it and kick it closed, but even one file might get a little stuck sideways and prevent it from closing properly. Yeah, that's true. It's like your glass being full, right? It's going to spill over. You're going to snap. You're going to go nuts. You're probably not even going to, you're actually going to think that you have every right to be doing what you're doing. Anyways, guys, I don't know. I just wanted to say that, and I wanted it to be a 5-minute video, and I know it was longer than that. You need to know you don't have to work tomorrow. This is from Veterans Affairs. There's lawyers, if you can't figure out how to fill it out properly, they'll help you. I don't even think it costs any money. And all you need is a VAC account. So if you're at home right now, even if you're not at home, if you're working, start working on your Veterans Affairs. Because there's lots of money in it. I know members who have PTSD, and a regular amount of money from the PTSD is over $2,000 a month for the rest of your life. Tax-free. That's a lot of money. There's also other things that a lot of people don't know about. If you have PTSD, you can have other claims. And I don't really know how it works or what the terminology is. But there's a link. Let's say you have IBS. Well, IBS, there's a direct link between IBS and PTSD. That's another claim, IBS. Heartburn, GERD, consequential to PTSD, I think that's how you say it. That's another claim. Grind your teeth. Grind your teeth so bad sometimes you break some teeth. That's a link to PTSD. Bruxism or something it's called. That's another claim. ED, you can't get it up. You having problems getting it up every now and then? Consequential to PTSD, another claim. The claims are endless. So you can see how some people, these claims are a way to save themselves and not have to work again because the work is killing them. Now, is work killing you? If it is, slowly, I would say, don't go to work. Figure it out. They will leave you alone for a while. Take some time. Yeah. Okay. Subscribe. Kids home now. Bye-bye.
What's that?